Hello, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. I'm just here to do your card for the day, using the Faulkner Tarot deck as normal, a black and white version. And I'm going to just shuffle them up and give you your card for today. This card is being drawn at about 20 past 4 UK time, so it will last for the next 24 hours. So if you're in the UK, that'll be taking you well into tomorrow. If you're in the United States, then it's kind of morning to morning for you. So I'm just going to pop the cards down and draw us a card for today. Okay. Card for today is the beautiful Magician card. The Magician card talks about all things being possible. It talks about you being able to manifest what you want in your life. It is about opportunity. It is about opportunities that you may not have seen until now. If you take a look at this card, this is the Faulkner black and white deck. You can see that the path goes around the corner, and we don't know what's around that corner. But what this card is saying is, you know, you have a choice of destinations. So you have the path, you have the river, you have the boat, you have the bridge. It's saying that there are lots of different options to you, some of which are visible and some of which are not. So we don't know from what lies around this bend at the moment. We're not sure. So it's a kind of really positive, you can make it happen card. I feel with the Magician, a lot of the time it's pointing out that you have skills and opportunities that you don't know you have, particularly the skills, because I think sometimes, especially with the kind of talk about law of attraction and all of those kind of things, there's sort of a misconception that things will just happen for you, and kind of life happens to you. It really doesn't. Life happens with you, and your energy is important in that. So if you are kind of grumpy and miserable, chances are you're going to attract things that are going to make you more grumpy and miserable, because it's the energy. It's about the vibration. So if you're vibrating at a very low frequency, then you're going to attract low frequency events. If you're vibrating at a high frequency, so a much more joyful frequency, then you're going to attract much more joyful events to you. This is something you control, okay? This is not something that happens from the outside. It's really interesting that it's about responsibility, I guess, taking responsibility for your own feelings. You can choose to be miserable or you can choose not to be. And yeah, we all have things in our life that are sad, and that's true. And they kind of have to be dealt with. I don't think there's any gain to be had by bottling things up at all. As I said earlier on this week when we were talking about some other cards that I'd pulled out, you know, those feelings need to be dealt with. They're just as valid as the upbeat feelings. But what you can do is you can choose to be upbeat and joyful and grateful for the majority of the time, rather than grumpy miserable for the majority of the time. We're kind of getting into law of attraction stuff there, and I don't want to go too deeply into that because I want to try and do some more videos on that, and that alone. But the Magician card's a real law of attraction-y card. That and the Star, it is all about making things happen. You know, a magician, even if you just take this completely away from tarot and look at a magician makes things happen, or appears to make things happen. You know, if you kind of choose that you're going to believe in magic rather than the kind of the traditional magician where it's about a trick, if you kind of choose to believe in the magic of the world, then a magician is someone who creates things and makes things happen. He's not a person who waits for the world to happen around him. He'll get his wand out and make it happen. That's what the Magician card is talking about. It's talking about you being that person that makes things happen. So I'm just going to pop down an oracle card for today. Really hope that's helpful. that kind of idea. I'm writing some stuff at the moment about law of attraction, so I will put some more stuff up about it. I just feel like it's really important that we all understand that actually we are in control of how we are and how we feel and how we relate to other people and how we allow people to affect us or not, and all that stuff. It's quite a big old subject, so I don't want to just put it all into here, because there's lots to be said. And I've had this a lot lately, this second chakra. I kind of feel like there's a real kind of energy around that second chakra at the moment that is important to take into account. I really like the gold colour. The gold colour is what I associate with manifesting things. It's about abundance. So it is kind of all about that energy. It's also about being able to be creative, and that's really interesting because we've got the Magician card there. So it is about making things happen and making your world what you want your world to be. Okay, not just allowing the life to happen to you, but getting out there and making life happen. So I kind of feel like I want to be creative, I want to be having new ideas, I want to be trying new things, trying new projects. The Magician and this one go quite nicely together. So I kind of feel like they are really quite well matched together. I always want to say when I'm looking at this card, and I literally just had to get a quick look at another piece of information that I had about that chakra. I always kind of feel like it sits right into my stomach, that energy of creativity. It's like when you get the butterflies in your stomach, if you're a performer, that kind of energy, and that feels like it's really important when it comes to this card and this energy, this angel. So it is about kind of embracing your creativity, going to be doing something different, being brave, being creative. I just want to say that these are really positive cards for getting stuff done and making things happen. So don't be afraid to go for it, I think is the overall message. I will leave that with you for today, and I should be back tomorrow to do another card for today, and we can have a little look and see tomorrow what the cards have got for tomorrow and for the weekend. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.